Hey everyone, we'll be starting shortly. I'm just getting everything set up. Okay. Close, save and close. Showing up on there, and here. Connection seems good. Voice has been picked up. We're good to go. Hi everyone. Welcome to another stream of Ace Attorney Investigations. Today, we are continuing where we left off last time, where we are still doing the third case with the cake murder of a guy who was put in chocolate and then apparently his body was taken from his own grave and put in the fountain in the future on the modern times. Yeah. Wild time. But currently we are going back to 18 years ago. We're going to see what happened after they found the sculptures melted to find out what happens next. What happened next? Before, they gave like a short blurb saying that, oh yeah, then the trial was put on hold until they could figure something out, and then in the end the guy was just convicted, so yeah. But we're going to see what we can find, what we can learn, and see how far we can get in it today. So without further ado, let's get to it. Hi, Refatron. How come that is the first thing you say? If you're not careful, I might ban you. You don't want to get on my bad side. I'll throw you into the void. But yeah. Hi. Right. Is chat going to stay on top today? Or am I going to have to go through it again? It's gonna go disappear. Okay, refresh. Give me back my chat. Okay. Everything seems to be okay. I think we're good. So let's do this. There is no any key. The middle. The events of 18 years past. Still can't believe this IS-7 incident was Gregory's last case, or that it's been 18 years long since. I can't swallow my own saliva, I guess. A murder at a confectionery contest, and one of the participants, no less, Artie Frost. This is a good recover, or covering our bases again. They pulled his body out of the treasure chest that was a part of Samson's Tangaroa's chocolate tableau. Or tableau. He bit in the head with a large rock salt lamp, and subsequently bled to death. We found the lamp hidden inside the candy castle that Alicia Scott had made for the contest, only to find out it was mostly plastic. But then before anyone had the chance to investigate Mr. Frost's own room, all of his icy creations have melted clean away. 18 years ago. December 24th, 9:05 p.m. 2001? All of Mr. Frost's work destroyed. Mr. Von Karma wasn't very happy. He told us to get out in uncertain terms. So what do we do now, Mr. E? I can't believe he just up and kicked us out. Von Karma's a total jerk. Now, Eddie. He was always on the job with the police and the prosecutor's office to investigate the scene. Yeah, but he didn't have to talk to us like that. Who cares if we're cops or attorneys? We should be all working together to find the truth. You can't assume that everybody's aims are the same as your own. Yes, 2001. Yeah, I got it right for a change. You may wish to expose the truth, but others might prefer to accept things at face value. Which way of thinking is right will depend on the person. What if somebody ends up behind bars because no one managed to uncover the truth? It can happen. We're all human. Police and prosecutors included. Which is why defense attorneys exist. Our job is to help people in such situations. To be friends to the friendless. Friends to the friendless? Now, we may not be able to investigate Mr. Frost's room as hoped, but that doesn't mean we give up. You're right, Mr. E. I'm sorry, I should have thought more before I opened my big mouth. You're young, Eddie. You'll learn soon enough. I will, I promise. Oh, hey. It's pre-mummy bound. Mr. Edgeworth, Mr. Fender, you look like you could use a pick-me-up. I'm afraid this is all I have, but please, by all means. Oh, you're the best, Miss Bound. They like giving out these random chocolates in the same wrappers. Tangaroa's favourite, handmade by Bound, rather misshapen and incredibly sweet. Thank you. A little sugar boost might actually help, although those are a little too sweet for my liking. And a little uniquely shaped. I'm sorry if they're not to your taste. No way, they're great. They're so sweet. You're very kind. Imagine me of all people, a mediocre confectioner. What? You mean you made these yourself? Yes, Samson loves chocolate, so I had to learn. Keeping him supplied with his favourite treats is just one of my many duties. Although he does spend most of the time coaching me on how to improve my technique. Mr. Tangaroa is such a lucky guy. I hate him. Why were you defending him? Yeah, she is 16 here. $36, 18... Wait, she's 16 but on TV as like a TV host? Can eat homemade sweets made by one and only Judy Bound whenever he wants sounds amazing. Sorry, did you say something? Nope, nothing at all. Dear sweet Eddie, you really do still have a lot to learn. It seems you're quite committed to your work. The work you do for Mr. Tangaroa, Miss Bound. Of course, what right would I have to stay otherwise? What do you mean by that? Okay, I was abandoned as a baby and Mr. Tangaroa took me in. That's right. One snowy Christmas Eve many years ago, he found me on the steps of this very mansion. He saved my life and became the father I never had. I can never repay him, so my work for him is the least I can do, and I'll be here for him as long as he needs me. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever heard. I must be getting old. I'm welling up a little myself. And to think today's Christmas Eve, the day before my birthday! Aim at the shirt. And I can't even give him a present in person. I'd do anything to save him. Anything. Even murder. Anyway, please, if there's anything I could do to help, just say it. We're very grateful, Miss Bound. Perhaps you could help us by answering a question. Did you know the victim? Not very well, I'm afraid. Oh, but if you wanted to see some of his works, I have a picture of the sculptures he made for the final. It's the exact same picture. And with power cords actually visible. My, they're stunning. Aren't they? I think they're masterpieces. Who would have thought you could have made such intricate statues out of flavoured ice? Samson adored them too. Oh hey, that's Taurus and Gemini, right? I didn't know you were keen on constellations and the zodiac, Eddie. Oh, I love it. Stories those stars can tell. Take Gemini, for example. See the lyre? That's the harp it's called. That's what the harp is called. Okay, and the arrow and the... Hold up, the lyre doesn't have any strings. Huh? Mr. Frost forget to add them, maybe? That doesn't sound like something he'd forget to do. Wait, really? But I thought you just said you didn't see him very well, or know him very well. He didn't seem like the type. It seems she's got something to hide too. You took this photograph yourself, Miss Bound? Yes, I used this instant camera here. It develops the pictures as soon as you take them. It's so useful. It's 2001. At this point, we're getting digital cameras. 2001 isn't like some ancient civilization where new technology is just being discovered. We have computers at this time. Ooh, I'd love to see it in action. Then why don't I take your picture? Yes, come on, Mr. E. He's got to get a shot of the both of us. Well, alright then. It would be a shame to waste a good head, eh? Ready? Say cheese. There, all done. And the picture's yours to keep, Mr. Fender. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's such a cool camera. Well, it's the only one we've got, so we use it for all our picture-taking needs. It's very convenient, but the lack of negatives is something of a shame. So there aren't any negatives for us to reference, huh? I assume Mr. Tangereau used the same camera during the contest? Yes, you assume correctly. He used it for some work-in-progress pictures of his seascape, and later to take some photos of the other contestants' work. But did you take a picture of the body when you discovered it? And didn't you discover the body while the judging was still underway? Yes. Samson wanted pictures of all the entrance-completed rooms. But the film ran out just as we finished photographing Mr. Gusto's work. So he asked me to go put it in a new cartridge. He seemed to think there should have been more shots left than there were. It's in theme for most tech to be behind. It's just so weird. It's like when they go things in the past, they have like a huge backwards leap. And then when they go to the present, they have a huge forwards leap, like with holographic technology and touch screens and freaking robots, you know? It's just crazy. It can't be, the actual modern time. It has to be either in the past or in the future. In other words, the film ran out sooner than expected. Did I skip a text? You think there should be more shots left than there were? Okay. Yes, the number of shots he took didn't line up with the number of shots remaining. But he thought maybe he just lost track somewhere along the way. But had he really, though? I went to our living room area to change the film and was passing through the fat room on my way back, when I heard the sound of something break and collapse in Samson's room. Samson, are you there? Ah! The most nonchalant scream. Ah, there's a dead body! Mr. Frost's body was just lying there. I was in total shock. It was all too much. But I remember I called the police and then I went to tell everybody else. And the camera, it's been with me ever since. I imagine she just walks in the room and says, "There's been a murder. And one of you is the culprit. We are not leaving this place until I figure out who killed him. I am now Miss Pierre." Where'd you get that mustache? Oh, it's one of my costumes I have in my room. I see. I'd be grateful if you could lend us the camera and his picture, Miss Bound. Of course, here you go. Thank you. Instant camera added to the court record. A new film cartridge has 20 exposures, but there are only 3 remaining. A photograph of the sculptures. Detective Bad, Miss Scott. Are they done investigating? Oh, they're done with me, that's for certain. The big meanie told me to clear off. Honestly, that mannequin says it was the end of me. The cheek of him. Guess he got tired of the people cluttering up the crime scene. Did he run you off too, Detective Bad? Yeah. Von Karma seems to think I'm a nuisance. Can't do things his way or with me around. Why did Mr. Von Karma go so far as to exclude his own lead detective to hide and fabricate evidence? Still, got a pretty good look at the scene. As for Gusto, enjoying a nice little chat right now in Frost's room. What about? About the fact that Miss Bounds said that you saw him going in there during the contest. Mr. Gusto went into Mr. Frost's room. That's right, and I have to say, he looked very much like he didn't want to be seen. I don't know what he could have been up to. He was sabotaging other people's work so he could win because he's actually a charlatan. That's my guess, anyway. And Mr. Frost was the only real person here that was doing good and was actually true in their skill. Well, he's a candidate number for one a moment, as the guy who melted Frost's work. But is that really why Mr. Gusto went into Frost's room? In fairness, the first game was set 15 years into the future of its release and didn't make up any tech. True. Got a photo of the room right here. If you need it, it's all yours. Wait, what? Why'd you just give it to us? Do I gotta spit it out for you, kid? I'm offering to help you guys. I want the truth about this case to come out. Detective. Really, Detective Bad? Mr. Von Karma will be happy about this. Yeah, well, screw him. I'm not a Von Karma stooge. If he's gonna be stonewall my investigation, then I'm not gonna play book by the book either. Can't let some pesky rules keep me from finding the truth. I was gonna say pesky runts. I mean, to be fair, I think he towers over Von Karma. Now, can I, Mr. Edgeworth? Indeed. Thank you, Detective Bad. Wow, I can't believe you won him over, Mr. E. Well, I haven't the foggiest to what you're all gonna know about. Here's to new friends, eh? It's definitely nice to have a good detective on our side, that's for sure. Alright, let's take a look at that photograph. Here. This is what the Frost room looks like right now. Yikes! There's nothing left of this flavoured ice sculptures but puddles. The floor appears to be completely covered in a pale blue liquid. I should compare this with the photo I just borrowed from Miss Bound. I assume that the unplugged power cord has something to do with all this. Yeah, once that was out of the socket, the display cases lost power and up went the temperature. It looks like they were all connected to the same power strip. This is why you try not to use extender cables. But you kind of have to, because there's not enough plugs in the home, in the same room. Do you have any idea when it was unplugged? Nope. Still working on that. Those sculptures weren't beautiful. What a waste. Well, you could say that again. I should have taken a few more bites out of them when I had the chance. So they tasted good. Did they ever? I never tried ice. Ice is so scrumptious in all my life. Really? Man, I wish I could have had a bite. Well, scrumptious except for the salty bit, of course. That was unbearable. The salty bit? It's in the other photo you've got there. Oh, this bit, the, herb thingy. Gemini's liar. Wait, that's why it had no strings? Because you ate them? I didn't eat that much, you cheeky little devil. I was going to say cheeky little... something else then. I told you, it was all horribly salty. It's interesting that only one particular part of this particular sculpture tasted different from the rest. And could somebody other than Miss Scott really be the responsible for eating the rest of the strings? Did you know anything else, Miss Scott? Oh, come to think of it, I did. There was a funny little mark on Chillywink's works. It was 2 little letters. Let me see if I can draw it for you. Here you go. It looked like that. PH. It's like the other thing. It's like this. It's almost like a signature or something. Wait. I just knew Mr. Frost wouldn't have made that hop without strings. It's not the type to risk and skip an important detail like that. I hope you don't mind me asking, Miss Bound. It was cyanide. Cyanide strings. But are you certain you didn't know Mr. Frost particularly well? Well, no, I barely knew him, I swear. Is that so? You certainly seem to have some strong opinions about his attitude towards his work. Are you a couple? Or did you have a thing for him? No, I just the sculptures were so carefully made, I didn't think he would miss something so important. I'm sorry, but I don't believe you. You have a more personal connection to his work than that. Oh, what makes you say that? I have an item of evidence that appears to be been one of Mr. Frost's possessions, and it shares a key feature with another piece of evidence. Well, I don't know what you're talking about if you don't share. So what are these two pieces of evidence of yours? Which two items point to Mr. Frost? This is the first.
Take that!
And now the second. I guess that was correct? I don't know. I knew there would be one, but what would be the second one? Every item in the room is also missing a piece of itself, because there seems to be blood trauma. I might have messed up in this case. Because it might not be that now. I was going to present possibly the sculpture because they said that it has the mark on it, but it doesn't say it here. And this just says it was scrumptious. So I'm not really sure. Do I just present either one? I'll just do this then. The link between two pieces of evidence reveals a shocking truth. Really? Not that I've seen this link mystery. That wasn't right. Miss Bound is especially fond of one piece of evidence we've gathered. But should I take another look over all of them, I suppose? Now then. Which two items point to Mr. Frost? This is the first.
Take that! Take that!
Nope. Okay. Oh! Oh, I didn't examine this. Whoops. Look, there's something stamped on the bottom. It says PH. I suppose that must be Paul Halik's pottery mark. Those are his initials, after all. Miss Bound said that she was a big fan of his work. Ah, okay, that's the connection. Okay, then. His initials, huh? So if I made it, it would say EF? Perhaps you should practice by initializing personal belongings first. Yes, what a gorgeous design. Really? It just seems a bit out there for me. Like, how do you even get your T in there? Art isn't about functionality, it's about form. It's meant to have T in it. Guess I'll just have to take your word for it, Mr. E. This art stuff is way beyond me. This. And now this. Miss Scone found two letters carved into the frost ice sculptures. I think they were a signature of sorts. After all, it's not unusual for an artist to initial their work. I guess not. Oh, that's right, dear. It's just like you said. The Chillywink statue had the letters PH carved in them, plain as day. PH? Should it be AF? You'd think so, but take a look at this. It's the seal we found at the crime scene. It seems reasonable to assume that it fell from Mr. Frost's pocket. Greggy turns to the camera. What are your initials, kids? And when pressed into the surface of an item, it would leave behind the letters PH. The same pottery marks were imprinted on the bottom letters of the tea set. The same pottery mark? We have already established that the tea set is the work of the sculptor Paul Halik. From that, we can assume that these same letters would mark that item out as a piece of his work. A fact which you are well aware, correct, Miss Bound? Well, yes, I know that he always marks his work with initials like that. Paul Halik is Pierre Hoquet in the fan translation, Philippe Holik in the Let's Translate, and Paul Holik in the original Japanese. Okay. So pretty consistent, mostly. He's never revealed his true identity in public, so it's the only way to know his works are truly his. You mean Paul Halik was... That's right, Detective. Artie Frost had another identity. He was no ordinary confectioner, at least as far as Miss Bound was concerned. For you see, Mr. Frost was in fact a famed sculptor. Mr. Frost was in fact none other than the famed sculptor Paul Halik. What? Mr. Frost and Paul Halik were the same person? But it's not like the mark's hard to copy, though. Anyone would have seen it could be fake with him being with it. Not exactly conclusive proof that Frost was who you said he was. It was proof enough for Miss Bound. What matters is that she believed it. His true identity will have to be investigated by the good people of the precinct. Huh. Alright. I'll have the boys look into it. I should have known I couldn't hide it from you, Mr. Edgeworth. So you admit it. You were aware of Mr. Frost, who he really was. I was. When I discovered his body, I saw the seal you found. Don't ask me how, but I just knew straight away he was dear Paul Halik. Imagine, his entries in a confectionery contest were his final legacy. A great man like that. And be honest, did you enter Mr. Frost's room at any point? What? Why are you asking me that? The photograph of Mr. Frost's room. I'd like to know when it was taken. I must have gotten it mixed up with one Sampson's took during the judging.
Objection!
I'm afraid I find that rather hard to believe. You said yourself that the camera ran out of film during the judging, and that you've had a charge of the camera since before Mr. Tangaroa had the chance to visit Mr. Frost's room. That's how you were able to take that picture when you discovered Mr. Frost's body. He's so good at his job! I suppose so. This suggests that you took only 2 pictures with the new film, one of Mr. Frost's body and one of his room. But I have a piece of evidence that says otherwise. You do? Which piece of evidence contradicts the assumption that Miss Bound only took 2 pictures? Or the fact that there's only 3 left?
Take that!
The camera. You gave the picture of the body to the police, and the picture of Mr. Frost to me. Oh, and you gave us that picture you took of me and Mr. Edgeworth, too. 3 photographs in total, and yet the film cartridge in this camera only has 3 exposures remaining. Out of the total 20. You took more pictures, and I want to know of what. I'll need to see all the photos you took. Perhaps then we'll finally learn what you are really up to. I'm so sorry. I confess, I've been lying to you. I'm an OnlyFans account and had to post them through an archaic means of dial-up connection using real-life photographs. The quality wasn't that good. Aren't you like 16? Yeah, but this is weird. This is weird town we're doing this in, where everyone could just be 16 and it's fine. Still not over that. I'm still thinking back to the big circus with like freaking Regina, and it's like, just dudes, calm down. These are all shots of Mr. Frost's room. I'm so sorry. Looks like she took pictures of his work from every possible angle. And when they were... wrong voice. There's too many guys. I'm mixing up the voices. And when they were taken, the ice still hadn't melted yet. Wait, don't tell me. It was you. It was. At least, I'm pretty sure it was. You are? Why? Well, you see, I'm a huge fan of Mr. Halik's work, as you know. I was petrified that they might be ruined, what with the investigation that was going on and everything. So I thought I should at least capture the sculptures on film for posterity. And how did that make them melt? I think perhaps I was so intent on getting the perfect photographs that I might have tripped over the power cord without noticing? By mistake, are you sure? I didn't notice it at a time, but well... How could I have been so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpiece? Something tells me they want to find a new sprite. Right, I don't know if I read this already. How could I have been so careless as to cause the loss of his final masterpieces? That seems like a little too convenient to me. I'm not sure I believe it. But I'm not in a position to refute it either. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. Please, don't worry about it. The important thing is that you told us the truth. Right? There's no more secrets, right? What he said. No hard feelings, Miss Bound. Thank you. Mr. Edgeworth. Picture's yours. Hope it helps. Frost rooms updated. 2 photos, 1 from Bound and 1 from Bad. Oh, here we go. Gotta do his voice again. Right, let me look at this new photos. Going rapidly between them should help. Oh, it's coming out the freaking fans as well. Also, if you notice, the knives in the background, they slightly get changed a little. Also, the machine's gone. I just noticed. The machine that helps the light show is gone. Are you infernal nuisances still here? I don't want to... you don't know when to give up. Linger for as long as you like. The answer is still the same. You are not a part of this investigation. Whether we're a part of it or not, we'll uncover the truth nonetheless. It seems you don't know when to shut up either, but I commend you for your stubbornness. Mr. Von Karma, I'm afraid I'm not the responsible for Mr. Frost's work melting. Well, I am the one responsible, I'm not. What? What is the meaning of this? I'm so sorry, and to you, Mr. Gusto. No concern of mine. I didn't do anything, and Mr. Von Karma agrees. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Mr. Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why. Sure, I was... Silence! You're not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. Judy Bound, you're coming with me. I have questions to believe. I have reason to believe that you are accomplice of the accused Samson Tangaroa. No, I will be interrogating you personally, so you had better get your story in order. I said you better be gay, because I saw you had better, and I saw get, and then I immediately just went gay. I understand. Wait, please. I'm not done questioning her myself. Oh, whoops. I pressed B instead of A. I do think I care because... Bad, Gusto, and you, Scone. I have questions for all of you, and I expect answers. I feel like I'm doing him a bit higher than I did before. I think there's just something wrong with my throat today. Fine by me. Oh, you could at least ask nicely, mannequins. Bye, everyone. Have fun in the cream room, I guess. He took literally everyone with him. Indeed, but I suppose that means there's little point in us hanging around either. Perhaps it's time we got to get going anyway. It's rather late. The polycule grows. I hope the snow has let up. You're right, home time. Guess my stomach's in agreement too. Alright, let's go grab a burger before my stomach starts grumbling too. Burgers? Edgeworth be ashamed. That's not a sophisticated dinner. Sounds good to me. Let's eat up and rest up. We'll be fighting fit for tomorrow. We will indeed. But our first port of call will be the Mr. Tangaroa. That was short. That was very short. I don't even feel like it was 40 minutes. How long was it? Yeah, it's not even 40 minutes, only 35. Jam. Alright, that'll be it for today. Bye. Nah, I'm messing with you. The ladder. Interview with Mr. Tangaroa. Oh, hey, it's Bound. December 25th, 10 a.m. It's Christmas. Hey, it's Miss Bound. Oh, Mr. Fender. Mr. Edgeworth. I'm so sorry about what happened yesterday. She looks rather tired. Has Von Karma finally finished interrogating you? Yes, though he really only seemed interested in how I melted those sculptures. Are you here to see Mr. Tangaroa too? Yes, I'm terribly worried about him. Once heard someone suggest all the wheel girls of the series are a giant polycule. It's like each time they show up, they have to pretend they don't know each other. It's like, oh, hey, Franziska, how's it going? Yeah. Remember, we're meeting for lunch at 10. I've never met you before. What? You're a prosecutor? Oh, wow, that's cool. Detective Pad, what are you doing back there? Oh, just happened to be here. I'll be heading back to the senior soon. Not sure how anyone just happens to be in the detention center, but okay. Whoa, what happened to his hair? Oh, Jesus. He literally was black the other day. It looks like he's seen a ghost. Good morning. Mr. Tangaroa, what happened to you? Oh no, Samson, what did they do to you? They didn't seem to want to let me sleep. I had no idea interrogations could be so involved. Sorry if I seem distracted, I'm a little... Oh, I'm actually yawning. I was pretending to fake yawn and it made me really yawn. Tired. They're not letting you sleep. That's got to be going against human rights there. They can't force you not to sleep to answer questions. That's not police work, that's torture. What's going on here, Detective Bad? I'm not the one doing the interviewing. It's the guy that put on the case before me. I like Von Karma's methods about as much as you do, which is why I'm doing what I can to help. It was Detective Bad who got me out of there. I'd still be in that interrogation room right now if it weren't for him. I'm imagining he's going through the stuff that like Picard did for Next Generation. It's like there are 4 lights. No, there are 5. Huh. Strongy used his magical powers to get rid of all the straight people. Detective Bad really is trying to look out for Mr. Tangaroa in his own way, it seems. All right, Eddie, let's share yesterday's findings with Mr. Tangaroa. You got it, Mr. E. My notepad is at the ready. Are we sure we can just let another person, like a civilian, in here while we're questioning the accused? Mr. Tangaroa, we found out quite a bit if you'd like to hear it. Of course. Thank you. Are you alright, Mr. Tangaroa? You seem kind of spaced out. I'm fine, just I think my blood sugar might be running a little low. Samson, do we have anything that might give him a little energy boost? The chocolates! I'm going to try and see if I can actually question him now, but I doubt it will work and I have to give him the stuff first. Mr. Tangaroa? God, it's swaying all over the place. I'm sorry. Like I said, I think my blood sugar might be running a little low. Do we have anything that might be able to give him a little energy boost? This technically is just a visitation? I mean, I suppose. Huh? Is that chocolate? For me? Chocolate? Chocolate! He turns into the guy from SpongeBob. Oh, those are the chocolates I wish I could give them to you, Mr. Tangaroa. But the rules here don't exactly allow me to do so. Oh, that's a shame. But rules are rules, I suppose. There must be some way we could hand them to him. I hope Detective Bad is noting the meaningful looks in his direction. Let me take a look at them. If they seem legit, I might consider passing them on to the suspect. Thank you, Detective Bad. My hero. I'm touched. Thank you, Detective. Yeah, whatever. Just sit tight. He, like, licks them. He's like, I don't taste any like traces of arsenic or anything, so you're good. Here. You don't know how much this means to me. Yeah, keep it down, will you? For both our sakes. Of course, Detective, I wouldn't wish to put you in and your livelihood at risk. Now to sample these treats. Detective, I apologize for putting you in a tight spot. I didn't do it for you. It was my call. Guess you're not such a bad guy after all. Oh, the sweetness. I feel like a man reborn. Were they your handiwork, Judy? Yes. How were they? Feel them melt. It's too slow. Soft and smooth. Chocolate. That'll comfort and soothe. Ear to ear. Head to toe. Smile to and savor the taste as it flows. It'd be cool if his hair turned black again. Delicious. They're not exactly beautiful, but they are sweet and oh so flavorful. Thank you, Judy. I'm so glad you liked them. And I'm glad you're back to your old self. My apologies, my friends. The food they serve here is just so flavorless. Between that and the lack of sleep, I was about ready to collapse from sheer despair. Shoot the whoop later. Wow, is the food here really that bad? Just the usual. French fries, ham sandwich, stuff like that. Yes, and yet I couldn't taste a thing. Anyway, I'm heading out back to the scene. Before you go, Detective, do you have any new information to share? He can't, he's mastered UI. Oh yeah, you were right about the victim's identity. Frost worked as a sculptor in France, where he was known as Paul Halik. Harty Frost was Paul Halik. I never would have imagined. Poor Mr. Halik. So the famous French sculptor was a Frenchman after all? Nom, 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 nom. This would certainly explain why Mr. Halik was such a recluse and refused to show his face in public. He was busy working on his greatest masterpiece, apparently. A bunch of Zodiac statues. Guess he'll never finish them now. He never finished his greatest masterpiece? Nah. Seemed he was making statues for each season. The best they give you is Spam and rice. I mean, Spam's good. I like Spam. I wish I had it more often. But yeah, having that every day would be kind of... Repetition makes you go insane, as I know. I can't eat sandwiches for more than like a week before I'm like, I can't eat this anymore. Ah! Stab myself. In Minecraft. But he never got around to the winter constellations. The winter constellations? You mean Taurus and Gemini? So the two he had made out of ice would have completed the set. Yeah, and now they're nothing but puddles. What a bummer. I'm so sorry. Oh no, Miss Mount, I wasn't blaming you. One last thing. Seems he made himself a bit of a spending habit when he came to his work. Every statue cost him millions to make. Millions? For ice? Which means he always used strapped for cash. We're checking to see if there's any chance someone called in a debt. I guess not even famous artists ever save from money problems. I mean, the cheap American uncooked can... I mean, if it's uncooked, then yeah, I would actually cook it. Uncooked is a bit... It's a bit slimy. But then again, you know, we have it in tins that you can squeeze it out of, and then you cut into pieces or whatever. Do you have any idea why he entered the confectionery contest? None. Guy didn't even tell his family. I see. Alright, I really gotta get going. I'll go fetch another guard, but I can't be hanging around here any longer. Understood, Detective. We'll see you again shortly. Suddenly another police guard is in there. There he is. He's a good man. He certainly is. And then uncompromising one... Oh, wait, wrong voice. And then uncompromising one's somebody who can be trusted to stand up for what he believes in. And just get pets of everybody new he meets. Now, you're going to tell me about what you learned yesterday. Of course. Allow me to give you a full report. Thank you for that, and allow me to apologize on Judy's behalf. I'm so sorry. It's fine, Mr. Tangrower. As I told her yesterday, the important thing is that we learned the truth in the end. Now, would you mind if I ask you a question or two? By all means, I'll gladly share all that I can. Can't stay. He has to go babysit. Okay. He has to go babysit Kay. Does he? I thought Kay was being given to, like, her grandmother or something, if I remember rightly. But it's fine. I don't know why, but I just had a sudden image of Bad having Kay in, like, a baby harness on his chest while he's, like, trying to solve crimes. He's like, there, Kay. Arrest the pup. What can you tell me about the contestants who took part in the final round of the contest? Let's see. There was Miss Scott. I loved her design concept. Unfortunately, her entry was in violation of the rules, so I had to disqualify her. Mr. Gusto's creation was a perfect balance of flavor and design, at least up through semi-finals. But disappointingly, his entry for the final was subpar on both counts. And there was actually something of a little unusual about his entry for the semi-final as well. Which was? It tasted identical to Mr. Frost's. I know, I had a split second where I remembered that Kay's father isn't dead yet. This is in the past. So, yeah, that's my fault. They may have looked different, but I could have sworn I was eating the same thing. Huh? What exactly did his work look like? Oh, there should be a photograph back at my mansion. I'll show it to you later, Mr. Edgeworth. Much appreciated, Miss Bound. But Mr. Frost's entry for the finals, that was truly sublime. You were able to finish judging it, even though his body had been discovered in the meantime? Yes, I wasn't aware of what happened until after I'd completed my assessment. Mr. Frost wasn't in the room when I visited, so I took the liberty of sampling a bit. Part of the liar, I believe. I never tasted anything like it. It was like a dream. I was so moved that I burst into song. I'm sorry, but are you saying that the liar tasted good? I'd like to hear more about that if you don't mind. You're quite sure it was the liar you tasted when you sampled Mr. Frost's work? I'm certain of it. It was part of the Gemini sculpture, which was the only sculpture in that display case. Mr. Tangrower, would you mind taking a look at this photograph for me? So the part you tried was the liar, the one shown here without any strings. Oh. There were strings originally. That was the part I ate. You ate all of the strings? So, the strings were missing because Mr. Tangaroa ate them all, and he enjoyed them. Miss Scott told us she ate part of the lyre as well, but she said it was far too salty for her to finish. Then it's true! The truth is, I've suspected for a while that there might be something wrong with my sense of taste. Something wrong? How so, exactly? There's a taste disorder categorized by an inability to detect salty flavors. And I suspect I've been suffering from it. So I eat so many sweet foods on a daily basis that it took a while for me to even notice. But there's no denying it now. And that would explain why the food here seems so bland to him. What? But your taste buds are your livelihood. Even if there were some long-term treatment options, I highly doubt a total cure of your condition exists. You might need to take a break from eating chocolates, that might be it. Nevertheless, you should put in a request to the police for a proper evaluation. Oh, that won't be necessary. I have a recipe for a cure back at my mansion. You can just cure that, can you? You do? I do. You can take a look at it for yourself if you'd like. Turns out it's a blowtorch. I just burned my tongue. And then I could taste things again, including pain. Samson, we can't show that recipe to just anybody. Judy, Mr. Edgeworth is hardly just anybody. He is my attorney, and I have no secret from him. When I was 5, I accidentally sat on the wrong person, and I destroyed their legs. I was known as the sitter, and I made such terrible pain for a people. Yes, you're right, of course, if that is what you wish. What on earth is this secret recipe for a miracle cure that they've been hiding? And instead of spreading it amongst the masses so everyone can benefit, they keep it for themselves. Well, I suppose I should be getting back. All right, we'll be right behind you. Judy. Yes, Samson? There's more to life than just me. Please, Judy, think about the life you want to live. Because I won't always be around. Don't say that. Without you, I don't have a life to live. So I'll be waiting right there at the mansion until you come home. And she does, like 18 years later. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, Miss Bound. Judy. Whoa, she seemed really upset. I thought I saw tears in her eyes. Why'd you even say all that to her? Because I worry about her. She can't keep putting my needs above her own. What do you mean? The honey collection, the candy making. It's all because she thinks these things will make me happy. She never thinks about what she wants, what she likes. I just want her to be her own person and to choose her own destiny. The last thing I want is for her to miss out on all that life has to offer her because of me. I guess that makes sense. He really does see her as his own child. What parent wouldn't want their child to walk their own path? And what parent wouldn't do everything they could to protect them? I know exactly how he feels in this moment. I think I've asked you everything I can for now, Mr. Tangrower. We should be getting back to the scene of the crime. Oh, you're leaving? I see. I suppose I'll be going back to the interrogation room for another session. Yes. We'll have to do something about that. I'll speak to the police. You'll speak to the police for me? That too, but I'll be putting something else in place as well. An ace up our sleeve for when the time comes. Turns out it's Phoenix Wright's father somehow! He's also an attorney, but a defense one! Or a prosecutor, I don't know. They were destined to be friends, I guess. Huh. I look forward to learning more. I am counting on you, Mr. Edgeworth. We'll be back to brief you, Mr. Tangrower, every day. And Judy, too. Thank you, Eddie. I'll look forward to it. Mr. Tangrower, your interrogator will do everything in his power to extract a confession from you. I hate to see an innocent man suffer like this. But please, you have to do everything you can to hold out. If you can't, Mr. Von Kammer will use that confession against you for as long as this case lasts. And it will make that much harder for me to save you. I understand, and I'll try. I won't give up until you are out of there, Mr. Tangrower. You have my word on that. Back at the hotel or whatever. Ugh. December 25th, 11:03 a.m. Detective Pad, thank you again for what you did earlier. Yeah, thanks a ton. Huh. What are you talking about? Huh. There's no need to be shy about it. Never mind that now. I'm guessing you two are back here looking for to investigate some more. We are indeed. We'll need something solid if we're going to save Mr. Tangrower. Well, I hate to break it to you, but apart from this room, the whole place is on lockdown. What? But we didn't see those rooms. This is Mr. Von Kammer's doing, I presume. Who else? The Christmas fairy? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. Guy's probably got a hand on that too. I don't expect to speak with anybody except us cops and Miss Bound. Everybody else is gone, and I doubt Von Kammer will be handling our phone numbers. Is this all just a game to him? Why do you have to go so far? So what is your plan of action, Detective? Same as before. Do what I can do to help you uncover the truth, like I promised. You have my gratitude. I said graffiti. Just you wait, Mr. Von Kammer. We're gonna beat you up. We're gonna beat you up and bag your study tricks. Detective, may we have a brief investigation of the area? Sure, but like I said, everywhere else is off bounds. You probably won't be seeing those rooms again. But that's fine. As long as there's at least some way of continuing investigation, we'll make do. Investigation begin. I want to check something. Okay, so instead of statues, they have a piano and drums. But the statues in the fountain depict cherubs enjoying some chocolate fondue. Poor Halik's work, apparently. Gotta hand it to him. They look so real. Detective, are you saying you've personally seen cherubs before? Attorneys. Always poking holes in people's words. What? Did I do something wrong? I'm about to your time, Eddie. Oh, God. Sure thing, Mr. E. What's up? Do you have any thoughts about the case? Oh, you bet I do. Mr. Tango is a main display being used to store the body. Miss Gunn's beautiful dreamscape being used to store the murder weapon. We're really seeing some beautiful things being used for ugly purposes on this case, huh? I suppose we are. And to make things worse, Miss Bound seems super down. When I asked if you had any thoughts on the case, I was thinking more of useful insights. Oh, sorry, Mr. E. Did I do something wrong? I worry about you sometimes, Eddie. How are you liking your first crime scene investigation, Eddie? Oh, it's great! I've been taking notes about everything, and I'm learning so much. I'm so happy you let me tag along, Mr. Edgeworth. So you want to be an attorney, huh? You bet I do. I'd give anything up to be a hero of justice, to help the helpless and fight for what's right. The first time I saw Mr. E do his thing in court, I knew I'd found my calling. You know, cops look out for people too. Sure, but I want to be an attorney. I want to earn more money than that. Well, good luck to you. I get the feeling Detective Bad might be pining for an apprentice of his own. Don't worry, he gets gumshoe. But do feel bad for him because he gets gumshoe. It seems these instruments are used on Mr. Tango and Miss Bound's TV show Big and Pop. There's some of a few things in here that aren't made of candy. Is it just me, or does the detective seem a little disappointed? Authorized personnel only beyond this point, I'm afraid. Meaning what? I'm not authorized. Sorry, sir. They are authorized personnel either. So nobody allowed in. Let me guess, Von Karma's orders. Guys really started to grind my gears. Well, you've got the gun. A Santa Claus statue. Is this made of candy too? The door leads to Tangaroa's room. So yeah, could be made the thing too. Speaking of Santa, that reminds me I still need to find a present for Miles. He wants an attorney's badge. I wonder if Mr. Tangaroa would make one out of candy if I asked. That's the door to Gusto's room. I guess the candy reindeer is meant to show the way. Big antlers like that must be a bull. I think not. Male reindeer shed their antlers in winter. Therefore, this must be a female. Thanks, Mr. Trivia. Attorneys. They don't teach you about reindeer in law school, Detective. It was only a passing interest. Oh, that's an elevator. I thought that was just a door. That's an actual elevator. I'm dumb. This is quite the trophy. Awarded to Tangaroa. First place, International Confectioners Association Annual Spectacular. Jesus. That is, in acronyms, it is ICAAS, so ICAS. It's made of candy. Wrong voice, it's made of candy. I guess it wasn't meant to last forever. Makes sense. Prizes, fame. None of it lasts forever, right? I doubt it's anything quite that deep. Where did this elevator go? The second floor. Tangaroa and Bound live up there. Sounds like they live a pretty charmed life. Tea parties, candy making, that kind of thing. The air of the garden must be nice on a sunny day. That does sound nice. Perhaps they'll invite us there when this is all over. You'd come, wouldn't you, Detective? Don't get ahead of yourself now. I'm not in the habit of palling around with attorneys. You will be soon. These trophies belong to Mr. Tangaroa. But they're not all confectionery contests. Some appear to be for charity work. A testament to both characters and his professional achievements. What's this one here? In recognition of Bacon Pop's long-standing achievement in making children's dreams come true. That's so sweet. It got me wanting to watch it. Someone's room is through there. Or scones. It's marked by a snowman. A candy snowman by the looks of it. Oh yeah? Well, I'll be. He's really sizing it up. He isn't thinking of taking that into his next Polypop, is he? It's a Christmas tree made from candy. These candy statues, everybody on edge. Its ants gets in here as our scene ruined. Yes, it would be pretty disastrous, I suppose. This sign shows which artist's works is on display in which room. From left to right, Mr. Tangaroa, Mr. Tagusto, Miss Scone, and Mr. Frost. Incidentally, this sign is also made of candy. What were they going to do with all this candy? Was somebody going to eat it when the contest was over? I would hope so, because throwing it away would be a waste, and, you know, you don't waste food. Excuse me, may I ask what you're investigating?
I'm investigating and analyzing the Fanta to see if there might be in it, sir.
And what did you find?
Chocolate, what looks like to be the kind of flavorings and colorings used in frozen desserts, sir.
The composition of the chocolate.
The composition of the chocolate seems to be the same as that one of Mr. Tangaroa's works. And the flavoring and coloring match the profile of those used in Mr. Frost's ice sculptures.
Those little rivers flowing through all four artists' room right here to this fountain. Guess that's how the stuff from the mountain sculptures wound up there.
And that's not all, sir. We also found blood.
What? Why is there blood in the water?
Because they're sharks.
Think back to our investigation of the murder scene, Detective. Taking a look at the scene in front of us, Detective. Oh, wait, this is a flashback. Oh, a very conspicuous blood. Pool of blood that should be there is clearly missing. Oh, you're right. I don't remember anybody mentioning that you moved the blood away with the body. The victim's blood was mysteriously absent, as was the part of the chocolate chest in it had pooled on. I believe the blood probably belonged to...
Take that!
Huh. The victim, huh? I'll have the guy compare it with the blood on the murder weapon. Give it to the orphans. It's a match. The blood in the fountain is Frost's. But why would someone send the victim's blood downstream into the fountain like this? Frost's blood was found in the fountain, but not at the scene of the crime. Maybe someone had written a last will in it. Miss Bound, we're here to continue our investigation. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm so sorry about earlier. She's still looking kind of down in the dumps, Mr. E. She must have been greatly taken aback by what Mr. Tangaroa had said. I found the photograph of the semi-final entries for you. Here, it's all yours. Wow! Those are actually really good! Frost, Scorn, and Gusto. I really like the unicorn and the bird one, but I lean more towards the unicorn one because that might be real. The other one might not be. Well, Miss Scorn sure knows how to make a cute cake. Yes, Samson loved her design for that one. And he loved the designs and flavors of Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost entry too. Only problem was, as Samson had mentioned earlier, they tasted exactly the same. However, their respective entries for the final tasted nothing alike, it seems. Was there anything else of note that changed between the semi-final and the final? Nothing major, but I guess there was one thing. Mr. Gusto's son was always here with him throughout the contest. But he was nowhere to be seen during the final. Why would his son come out and hang out at a contest venue of all places? You're sure you're happy to keep hold of this?
Of course. I hope it helps you with your investigation.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy. 1 second. Oh.
I guess some of these voices are making me use more breath than I think. 1 second. There we go. I just changed position to give myself more, like, lung space, I guess you would say. Oh, and I also had the book containing the recipe for the cure Samson mentioned.
We've seen this book before. It was in the chocolate frame in Tangaroa's room.
That's right. He put it on display there so that everybody could see the grand prize.
What? The cure to the ultimate cookbook?
So it's not a cook for the desserts, I take it? Oh no, we told the contestants, of course. But I guess nobody told you yet.
So the contestants all knew what the ultimate cookbook was the whole time.
Interesting. That must be why... Irish lady wanted it. Because she's a pharmaceutical person.
I'd like to hear more about the cookbook if you don't mind, Miss Bound. So if I understand correctly, the Ultimate Cookbook is actually a collection of recipes for different medicines.
Exactly. Or rather, totally new medications that haven't made it to market yet, to be precise. And you can just give that away, can you? To the right buyer, a pharmaceutical company, for example, it would be worth a fortune. You're supposed to be bakers. How in the hell do you have this stuff?
But why that made that a grand prize in a confectionery contest?
British lady. Mr. Tangaroa is the sole heir to the Tangaroa family fortune. Perhaps you've heard of the Tangaroa Group.
The Tangaroa Group?
Yeah, I think I've heard of them somewhere before.
It's a major pharmaceutical company. It sells all kinds of pills and poisons.
Oh yeah, that new Cold Killer Pro had been making some real waves since it went on sale. That's what Phoenix Wright uses. I always reach for a cold killer when I'm feeling under the weather.
Which is never, as far as I've seen. I'd like to hear more about the Tangaroa Group if you don't mind. So, did Mr. Tangaroa not want to take over? What? Did Mr. Tangaroa not want to take over for his parents and go into the family business?
No, he preferred the idea of making people's lives better through the power of confectionery. And his parents supported him in his quest to become the best in the world. Then, when they passed away, he inherited the cookbook.
But why would he make such a valuable heirloom a mere contest prize?
He'd been hounded by so many people looking to make that book of their own. He was tired of it. But it would have been an insult to his parents' memory simply to give it away. So he decided to find somebody he felt was worthy of it.
I bet the board of directors loved that. Handing over the fruits of all their expensive research to somebody else.
They hated the idea, of course, which is why Delicia entered the contest. The Tangaroa Group wanted her to win the book back for them.
So you knew she was a pharmacist all along?
Yes, and not only that, I told her how to appeal to Samson's tastes. I tried to help her win.
But why?
I wanted to protect Samson by protecting the Tangaroa Group. If that cookbook fell into another company's hands, the board would never forgive him. So I wanted to find a way to keep it with the company, but in a way that Samson could object to.
So that's how Miss Scone managed to make it so far in the contest she had no business taking part in.
But Miss Scone was the only one participating, was she? Or pretending. Mr. Frost wasn't really a confectioner either. And he still made it all the way to the final. Just like she did, no bad. Yes, it's unbelievable, isn't it? Such a talented sculptor and a gifted crafter of desserts, too.
Gifted indeed, judging by the standard of his work in the final. But how did one man produce such pieces of that size and in quality in such a short period of time?
He has a mold press. I'm not sure I have more to tell you. But if there's anything else I can help you with, I'd be happy to, of course. She's certainly very keen to ensure that she does all she can for Mr. Tangaroa. I could certainly use a cup of tea you made for us yesterday if you wouldn't mind. I think that might help move the investigation along nicely. Oh, I'd have some too. The tea's to die for, Miss Bound. Well, how could I possibly refuse? I'll bring it out right now. I'll bring it right out. You know, I think that cheered her up a little. That's it? Okay. We've learned a little more about the contest participants. I've noticed that Gregory does not really do any sort of logic figuring out, like combining evidence and stuff. That's all Edgeworth. And neither does he play chess, so... But there's still one question involving Mr. Gusto for which we never got any answer. Nothing at all, Mr. Gusto. You went into Frost's room, didn't you? Perhaps you could tell us why. Oh, sure, I was,
Objection.
Silence! You are not to give the attorney even the tiniest shred of information. What was he doing in Mr. Frost's room? And that not all. I have also questions about the work he submitted for the semi-finals. A confectioner who admits to lacking design sense, and a sculptor with it in spades. Mr. Gusto could never have hoped to win such a high-level contest by himself. Which is why I'm beginning to wonder if there was some sort of connection between him and Mr. Frost. Detective, I need to ask Mr. Gusto a few more questions. His story doesn't still quite add up for me. Me neither. We need to figure out how to get in touch with him. I don't know who this is, so... Oh, do you now? Oh, it's you.
Good luck with that, because I've no intention of allowing it.
Mr. Von Karma.
I am already in the midst of my own investigation into Gusto. So there is no need for the likes of you to pester him with the same questions again. Tis. I will, however, be happy to answer any questions you might have.
He seems dead set on preventing me from talking to Mr. Gusto, in which case... Fine. Allow me to take you up on your offer.
Very well. What is it?
I'd like you to tell me more about the connection between Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost. The connection between the two.
The connection between Mr. Gusto and Frost. It was simply a matter of coincidence. They both happened to be taking part in the same contest.
That's it? Wow! And that's all.
Yeah. That's all I have to say to you. You pathetic worm.
What? That doesn't help us at all. We'll have to confront him with evidence if we want to draw the truth out of him. It's imperative that we do. He's clearly hiding something.
Hold it.
Yes, there must have been some connection of some kind.
And if you would cease your baseless interruptions, I will happily tell you what it is. If this were a courtroom, I would have had you removed from contempt.
But isn't that solely on the judge's purview?
Yeah, a Judge Von Karma would probably have dancing to his tune.
What? Even judges are scared of him? It won't be an easy trial, that's for sure. He's more worm. Please, Mr. Von Karma, continue.
Hold it.
Granted, it may have been simply a coincidence that they both entered the same competition. But that doesn't rule out a connection of some other kind between the two of them.
I do hate to repeat myself, but if you do not have any pertinent evidence, then kindly keep your mouth shut.
Oh, I'm getting dizzy again. What was going on? I guess I just didn't sleep enough. I did only have like 4 hours sleep. I guess I'll just do as he says for now. At least until I find the evidence that proves Mr. Gusto and Frost's connection.
Still, the look in your eyes speaks volumes. We'll go on then. What are you trying to say?
Make up your mind, will you? Should I keep my mouth shut or not? One of these days we're going to have you play for Hollow Knight. You will be doing P5 all bindings. I don't know what that means, but it's okay. As for Hollow Knight, I don't know. Maybe. That kind of game might be one of those ones where I can watch it, but I can't play it. I don't know. It seems Mr. Von Kammer is keen to keeping us away from the truth. Which means the truth must be inconvenient to him somehow, right? Mr. Gusto and Mr. Fraud had something in common. It's just the thing they shared, Mr. Von Karma. Von Karma's voice that I put on for him makes me spit so much. I have to keep wiping my screen. Like, arachnophobia can't play, or too hard can't play. It's more just the game itself. It's not that I'm scared of spiders or stuff like that, or insects. It's just, I don't know if I would like that kind of game. But who knows? Hold on a minute. Is the tail for the horse and the bird the same?
Objection!
I wonder if you could take a look at the two confections in the foreground for me, Mr. Von Karma. They were made for the contest semi-finals. Both are exquisitely crafted, wouldn't you agree? Get to the point! As the nameplate suggests, they were Mr. Gusto and Mr. Frost's entries. Mr. Gusto's told us that confectionery design was far from his strong suit, and yet his work in the picture is just as good as Mr. Frost's. Exactly as good, in fact. We learned that from another witness that their two entries also tasted exactly the same.
Objection!
What are you suggesting? I'm suggesting that they were helping one another out. Let's take a closer look, shall we? While at first glance, the two may appear to be superficially different, it soon becomes apparent that there are significant similarities how they were put together. The flowers. Why have I got hiccups now? Ow! They are made of the same ingredients, taste the same, and share similar design aesthetic. This picture is proof positive that the two were working together. If you figured out that much, I suppose there's little point in denying it. Well, that was fast. Mr. Von Karma. Freaking hiccups. Mr. Von Karma knew all along that they were cooperating. But I warn you, none of what you're about to hear will be to your advantage. Read up. Hiccups, stop! Let me confirm to you what seems so desperate to prove. Gusto and Frost were indeed working together. Gusto spread out the details of her relationship to Frost during the questioning late last night. It seems they were helping one another right up until the day before the final. So, you knew that the two were cooperating. Mr. Von Karma, why are you trying to bury the truth?
Objection!
Please, enough with the petty slander. I merely wanted to avoid your poking your nose into round before I could provide further contest in court. It simply slipped my mind to explain that to you. It doesn't explain why he's so slippery with the facts, though. In need to figure out what he's hiding. I can't let things end like this. Oh, come on. I'm sorry if these hiccups are really loud, guys. I'm trying to get them to stop. And now I can't swallow. I'm like dying, I guess. Everything's just going wrong.
Hold it.
So you didn't know there was a connection between the two? Why are you trying to hide it?
Tisk. I don't just hand out information like candy, and certainly not to the defense. Not like that lollipoppy nursing fool of a detective over there. You do things your way, I'll do them mine. And you wonder why I refuse to share information with a traitor like you.
Hold it.
Last night, after Mr. Frost's work melted, correct?
Yes, I interviewed Gusto personally.
The poison is working? No, Raffertron, how could you betray me like this? Yeesh. A one-on-one with Mr. Von Karma, that must have been terrifying. I imagine Mr. Gusto probably mediated his way through the difficult parts.
He most certainly did not, every time he closed his eyes.
Or meditated.
I brought him back with an almighty slap. No one dares plead the fifth with me.
Are you talking like what you just did just there, or are you talking like you actually physically slapped him? If you want the antidote, you must agree to my demands. Oh boy. Did that even work on him?
And that is how I was able to perfectly learn every little last detail of Gusto and Frost's relationship.
Hold it.
But why were they cooperating?
Gusto's sense of design is subpar, and Frost was an amateur confectioner at best. Neither of them stood a chance of making it through the contest alone.
So what was their endgame? Why cooperate only until the day before the finals?
Gusto claims to have entered the scheme. Allegedly, he wanted to win the final on his own merits. His one and only goal was really to be crowned the world's best confectioner. And his pride would not allow him to do so without help of another.
Cheese can only win win hollow victories, I guess. I was under the impression that the collaboration had only lasted through the semi-finals, but I'm starting to think it might have been lasted through the final itself. Mr. Von Karma, I'd like to ask you some more about how long they've worked together for, if you don't mind.
If you insist.
Gusto says the design is subpar and Frost was an amateur confectioner. I don't think I can present anything yet.
Hold it.
Before you ask, I'm not objecting to your characterization of Mr. Gusto's design sense. Yeah, he made it himself. It wasn't all that great.
He made what he alleged to be a likeness of me. Just thinking of the abomination he came out with turns my stomach. Yeah, I kinda like the guy's work. Artistically rich amateur and an artistically impoverished professional. In a way, it was inevitable that they would wind up working together.
It's like the pauper and the pawn or whatever.
Hold it.
Ow, my jaw. First it's hiccups, now it's my jaw. What's going on? Am I dying? Am I actually dying? You really believe that they were cooperating until the day before the finals, and then just simply stopped? That seems a little strange to me, wouldn't you agree?
I've told you the truth. Whether you find it strange or not is none of my concern.
He was concerned enough to try and hide it from me only a few minutes ago, though.
Which means there must have been a reason for that. Based on Mr. Tangaroa's assessment, it sounds as if Mr. Frost's entry for the final was the clear winner. Which means he must have still been working with Mr. Gusto, right? That's precisely what I was thinking. I must have some evidence that proves that they were cooperating right up until through the finals. Okay, so I need to show it here to show that they were still working by the finals. Part of the treasure chest was covered in blood is missing. Every other item in the room is also missing a piece. Salt lamp wouldn't really tell me anything. It's got to be the sculptures.
Objection.
It's not the sculptures. Take a look at this. There's no bearing on the discussion whatsoever. He's so belligerent that he just becomes nonsensical. Just if we're gonna cut in, at least do so with some finesse. That sounded very wet. Sorry. Now he's laughing at me. These hiccups are getting worse. Had different designs but tasted the same.
Objection.
There we go. Because the strings had to be replaced, and when they were replaced, they tasted awful. They weren't working together during the finals. I find that a little hard to believe. Mr. Scone is on record on having described Mr. Frost's creations as scrumptious. And while he was certainly skilled, I doubt even he could have become a world-class confectioner overnight. It seems far more likely that he and Mr. Gusto were still cooperating during the finals. It's Pikachu. I'm not a Pokemon! How many times must I explain this to you? I think it's his voice that's doing this to me. Assertions require proof, and one person's entirely subjective statement is not proof of anything. Besides, even amateurs can occasionally make delicious food. Perhaps Frost was simply lucky. My wife, for example, is an amateur whose cooking puts first-class chefs to shame. Wife mentioned? He has a wife! How is that not an entirely subjective statement? Furthermore, you're ignoring another crucial part of the pharmacist's testimony. Also, I feel bad for his wife. He's just slandering his wife because she's not here. It's like, my wife can't even sleep properly. She sleeps upside down. The monstrous cow. I hate her, but I need her. Namely, that she also describes some of Frost's work as having been unbearably salty. In other words, her evidence actually shows Frost failed to produce the perfect confectionery. Tisk. No more objections, I take it. There must be some way I can prove that Gusto and Frost were still collaborating. Mr. E? There's something that's been on my mind. Yes, what is it, Eddie? Mr. Frost's entry for the finals. Wouldn't it have been taking a while to make? I would imagine so. Making flavored water, freezing it all, and then carving into a whole sculpture? Could he really have done all that and helped Mr. Gusto with his work? If it was me, I'd have barely gotten as far as setting the flavored water up to freeze part. Huh. Maybe I just can't see how Frost would have pulled it off. Perhaps there's some loyalty instinct in you after all, Eddie. Your pondering certainly point to another possibility. Eddie's right. Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large blocks of flavored ice to create his art. And there wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. So what might Mr. Frost have done in order to finish his flavored ice entry within the time limit? Make it out of something else entirely.
Mr. Frost would have needed to freeze his own large blocks of flavored ice to create his art, and there wouldn't have been time to do that during the contest itself. Well, if he had no time to make any ice, then these two are not possible, so he would have to make it out of something else. Maybe he wasn't made out of flavored ice at all. Maybe Mr. Gunn simply had used strong teeth. Or had such strong teeth that he was able to crunch through whatever it was. No, that doesn't make any sense. He would have needed time to freeze the ice. And time was one thing he didn't have on the day of the contest. I like that they show giving us a different see of what Gregory does compared to Edgeworth. Because Edgeworth would literally say it to the person, and they'd be like, oh, actually, that was a mistake. Whereas he thinks about it, and then he's like, wait a minute, no, that doesn't make sense. It's showing that he's a lot more internal than Edgeworth is. I guess he must have done it the day before. Weren't materials provided? I mean, yeah, now you mention it. He must have made the flavored ice the day before. Then all he would have had to do was sculpt it. What are you muttering about now? Oh, I'm sorry. I just realized something, that's all. I realized that you're correct. What? Mr. E? I hope you know what you're doing. Oh, accept defeat at last, are we? The only thing I'm accepting is that perhaps one of the things you said was true. They were helping one another right up until the day before the final. Just as you said, the day before really did mark the end of their collaboration. Mr. Frost's entry was carved entirely of blocks of flavoured ice. Ice which would have been needed at least a day to freeze. And whose flavour would therefore have already been prepared by Mr. Gusto. Which lines up perfectly with what Mr. Gusto told me, that he helped Mr. Frost up the day until before the final. In that case, why did Mr. Frost reciprocate and help Mr. Gusto in return? I can hardly be expected to read the minds of the dead.
Objection.
Perhaps not, but I imagine Mr. Gusto could tell us, so why don't you let us speak with him? Or do you still insist your interrogation was as thorough as you claim? How dare you call my methods into question? That's not my intention. I just don't understand why you would obstruct a perfectly, valid line of inquiry. Give me one good reason as to why you're keeping Mr. Gusto from me. One good reason, certainly. That the how and why of Frost and Gusto's collaboration has absolutely no bearing on this case.
Objection.
How can you possibly say that any certainty? If their relationship had broken down for some reason, that could very well have been the motive behind this murder. Could it be indeed? Then why did Mr. Gusto himself tell me all about it? Why did the man seem so keen on accusing share? What? So keen on accusing share the details of his collaboration with the prosecution? Please tell me you have some proof to back up your preposterous suspicions this time. Mr. Gusto only acted suspiciously one time that we know of. God damn hiccups! I'm going to fucking... Ah! Oh my god. I was in the middle of breathing there. And I imagine Mr. Von Karma is aware of exactly what that suspicious action was. Which means this is probably a trap. Well, cat got your tongue. But even if this is a trap, I can't back down now. Mr. Gusto snuck into Mr. Frost's room and we still don't know what. The fact alone isn't easy enough to suspect him. Tisk. If that's your only concern, then allow me to clear it up for you. I knew it. It was a trap. I was saving this for the trial, but consider a taste of things to come. Plus, I'd hate for the proceeding to drag on because of your needless interjections. Here, take a look at this. They have sons. That's Gusto and Frost and their sons. Family photo added to the court record. Take it, Edgeworth. Gusto snuck into the Frost room in order to retrieve this photograph. But why? It seems their sons attended the same elementary school.
Augusta was concerned in the fact that Mr. Frost and his acquaintances might place him under undue suspicion. A concern that you have just proven was entirely well-founded. Augusta's actions make perfect sense, and you have given me no reason to believe otherwise. No! He's never gonna give me up. Never gonna let me down. Never gonna let me turn around and talk to Mr. Gusto. Now, if you're quite done obstructing my investigation, I have things to be getting on with. That smug, self-righteous jerk. I'll give him something to be getting on with. What do we do, Mr. E? Mr. Tangrowth is vanished if we can't figure out something. Things to be getting on with. What exactly could those things be? He has a body, a murder weapon, and a suspect in custody. If the prosecution needs to pursue Mr. Tangrowth, surely they have all they need. So why is Mr. Von Karma still investigating the scene of the crime? Something on your mind, Mr. E? We're missing something. Something important. Mr. Von Karma has everything he needs to proceed with the prosecution of Mr. Tangrowth. And yet he still doesn't seem entirely confident in this case. If he was, why refuse to share information with Detective Bad? They're a family, yeah. Who else? Haven't seen the autopsy report yet either. Guy's probably got a hand in that too. Never mind, here comes the puzzle pieces. In addition, we still haven't solved the mystery of what happened to the evidence that went missing. Take another look at the crime scene in front of us, Detective. A very suspicious, conspicuous piece of pool of blood that should be here is clearly missing. Oh. You're right. I don't remember anybody mentioning they removed the blood along with the body. Evidence that turned up in not in Tangrowth's room, but in a most unusual place. The fountain. It's a mat. The blood in the fountain is Frost's. So there are no traces of Mr. Frost's blood left in Mr. Tangrowth's room. Yet we found some in the fountain instead. Why? Memory time. Mr. Frost's blood went missing from the crime scene. But traces of it showed up in the fountain. Why go to the trouble of removing the blood from the scene after the body had been discovered? And why only the blood? Surely the body would have also been in the way. Wait, could someone have moved the body aside to get the blood? Is the body gone? Because it was removed, but... So the body might have been moved aside, or even removed from the scene of the crime entirely. After all, as far as we know, there are still no autopsy reports. We've learned plenty about the murder weapon and the suspect, but we're very little about the body itself. Our assumption thus far has been that the body had been recovered by the forensics team. But what if that assumption is false? What if Mr. Von Karma wouldn't show Detective Bad the autopsy report out of something other than spite? What if we've been thinking about this the wrong way all along? The question isn't why Mr. Von Karma did hold back information. We've got to turn this around. It's did Mr. Von Karma even have any information about the body in the first place? How do things look from that angle? Perhaps the body hadn't been removed to the police in order to carry out an autopsy. Perhaps it had already been removed and hidden away by the culprit before their arrival. Mr. E? We've both heard the rumors about Mr. Von Karma's questionable methods. Fabricated witness statements, shady deals, forged evidence even. Sure, everybody's heard of that stuff, but what's that got to do with us right now? I was really loud, sorry. I would never judge a person on the basis of the rumors alone. Even Mr. Von Karma, I've tried my best not to let my preconceptions colour my interactions with him. And nonetheless, it appears he may indeed be willing to twist the truth to his own ends. Twist the truth? You mean he's playing dirty? I fear he might have been, and still is. And I'm not talking about I'm not going to let him get away with it. To be continued? Nope. I'm returning to the prosecutor's office. Don't breathe a word about anything in that infernal attorney. Yes, sir. I've come to stop you. Yes, what is it now? I have a few questions, Mr. Von Kammer, about a certain fact you've been keeping from us. Really? You mean to call my methods of an officially sanctioned investigation into question yet again? I'm warning you, if you instruct the police in their work any further, there'll be consequences. Oh, I'm not going to instruct them. I'm going to instruct you.
Objection!
It's not the police having an issue with, Mr. Von Kammer. It's you. What? Isn't it on the prosecutions to work out who the real culprit of a crime is? What foolishness is this? I have no intention of debating what the prosecution's role is or not with the likes of you. But let me make one thing clear. My job is to identify suspects and ensure that every last one of them is convicted at all costs. Believe me when I say absolutely no room for doubt to represent my perfect, unassailable cases.
Objection!
And how far would you go for your perfect cases? Would you create facts out of whole cloth, perhaps? And I thought you had outdone yourself already. But now you intend to accuse me of fabricating evidence? I do. Because it is why you've done nothing but hinder Detective Bad from doing his job at every turn. What are you talking about? You didn't shut him out of the investigation because you wanted him to keep an eye on us. You did it to stop him from finding out what you don't have the body. What? He doesn't have the body. Ridiculous. You're clutching at straws. I will tolerate no more of your preposterous slander. Then allow us to examine it. Prove me wrong, if you can. Tis. I'm afraid you'll have to try a little harder than that. I'm under no obligation whatsoever to prove your baseless accusations one way or another.
Objection!
As you must have seen for yourself, a piece of bloody chocolate is missing from the scene of the crime. Why did it disappear, and where did it go? What does it matter? Some blood went missing from the chest where the body was found. So what? So what indeed? That's precisely my question. If the body was still at the scene when the police got here, removing the blood would accomplish nothing. However, let us suppose for a moment that the body was not. If someone had wanted to erase any trace of what had happened in that room, then it all makes perfect sense. What is this petty obsession with the blood stain? But since it's so important to you, why don't you tell me whether you believe it went? Of course. After all, evidence is everything, as you and I never tire of telling us. Oh, I assure you, it's quite based. I believe this should back up my theory quite nicely. What evidence do I have that shows where the blood from Tangaroa room went? In the
Take that!
Traces of the victim's blood were found in the fountain, along with traces of the chocolate from Mr. Tangaroa's room. I believe the missing piece of blood-stained chocolate was dumped into the stream that flows to the fountain, which strongly points towards one certain fact. Someone purposely disposed of the blood after the body had been removed from the chest. Mr. Von Kammer, where did you find the body? You didn't find it, did you? Answer me! You, where did you get your hands on that kind of evidence? You have neither the authority nor the means to carry out that kind of analysis in the fountain water. No, but I do. Curse you, Bad! You've been a thorn in my side from the moment you were assigned. Well, no longer. As of now, you're officially off the case. I was barely on it in the first place. Mr. Von Kammer, you still haven't answered my question. Will you admit it? Will you confirm that nobody was ever recovered? It's really quite the claim, you know. One that you'll never find any proof for, I'm afraid. What must I do to get an answer out of him? Now, if you don't mind, I have given you quite enough of my precious time already. I look forward to destroying you in court, Gregory Edgeworth. He said my name! He now considers me a threat! Your precious logic and theories won't save you then, nothing will. Mark my words, Mr. Von Kammer, your methods will be your undoing. And my son will be the one to find you out! And his blue friend! No matter what you try to hide, I'll bring it all in the light in the end. And then he got shot in an elevator not long after this. Forgive me, Detective. I didn't mean to put you in a difficult position. Don't sweat it. I was always going to end this way. Honestly, nobody's ever sidelined me the way he did before. First time for everything, huh? You know, I think you might be right about the body being missing. I am. and I'll prove it in court. Huh. Well, if there's anything I can do to help, you just say the word. Since you know, I'm off the case now. That's very kind of you, and I'm sorry to keep asking favors of you, Detective Bad, but there is one more thing. Hey, what are you guys whispering about? Come on, let me in on the secret. All right, Eddie. The detective and I were just arranging a little insurance for the trial. I think we have enough to see Mr. Tangaroa acquitted. But I prefer to have an ace in the hole, just in case. And what is it? What is it? You'll find out in the courtroom. Unfortunately, it'll be my last one. Wait, what? Let me join too? Your methods are wrong, Von Karma. Humans can't simply disappear. Of course I am. You are my assistant, after all. I'll be more than that by next year. I'll be a full-fledged attorney, you know? We can take on Mr. Von Karma together. Indeed. Though I'm hoping we'll have freed Mr. Tangaroa by then. But if we're up against Mr. Von Karma, I guess we can't rule out the possibility that this might take some time. Right. We'll do everything we can in the meantime. I know we can beat Mr. Von Karma, Mr. E. I believe in you. These hiccups. I'm so sorry, everyone, about these hiccups. Like, Jesus, man. It's probably so annoying to listen to. We can't allow Mr. Tangaroa to remain in prison for the crime he didn't commit. And we won't. I will expose Mr. Von Karma's lies if it's the last thing I do. And you do! You just get shot for it. To be continued. And then imagine if we actually had to do the trial, and then we had to do the whole thing where he looks outside the elevator, he's like, that's Von Karma! He's got a gun! Ah, no, my son! And then he's dead. The identity of the body. This is back in the present time. I'll just save again, I guess. Alright, let me see. An hour 47 minutes. I think that is a good place to call it. We left it on a cliffhanger for the past, and now we can go into the present once more to find out what happens next time. And that is it for today. We shall be picking this up next week, Tuesday, where we will be finding out the truth of what happened 18 years ago and the truth of what happened today. I pulled the trigger. But yeah, thank you for joining everyone today. We all enjoyed. Again, sorry for the hiccups. I don't know why they just suddenly appeared. Maybe I drunk something weird. Maybe I inhaled in a weird position and it's given me these hiccups. But man, so annoying. It hurts sometimes too. But ow. Thanks for joining everyone. Hope you all enjoyed regardless of that. As usual, be sure to like, follow, subscribe to those notifications so you know when I next stream. And if you want to support me directly, thanks to Patreon and tips. And if you do become a patron, you get entered to the patron list here. I'll give you a shout out of every stream like I do with Hiro Kuni and the Soulmaster 37. I think for the continued support, I greatly appreciate you all. And we go back in time to solve out the truth about Von Karma being evil, and then go back into the future where we try to do the same, but for someone else. I'll be back tomorrow with more Hades, where I'll be hopefully pushing it as fast as I can to get to the end more. But until next time, y'all take care of us today, and I'll see you either tomorrow or I'll see you all next week, Tuesday, for more of this. Until then, bye everyone. Bye-bye. Bye, Refratron. Bye, Matt the Shirt. Thanks for joining in. See you all next time. Warm drink, cold room simulates it. Maybe. Mine's the opposite. I've got cold drink, warm room.